Now, I'm guessing this is just the start of the race right here. It is scary when you're doing the parade lap and you can't catch the car in front of you. Like, during the first lap, I literally could not catch up to the Porsches in front of me. We weren't racing yet.
So we got these two little Porsches in front of you, a black one and a red one. 356?
356, yeah. 356. Yeah. And then I got that cool TVR, which is not a real fast car, but a cool car.
Yeah. It ran well.
Yeah, it ran well. I think I was able to get past it. So I'm basically in the back. I think I got a 911 behind me. You can see now. You see him stab the brakes there, and you see me with not a whole lot of brake there. But now there's a couple of corners here where you see.
There's your hose clamp.
There's my hose clamp. Where you see where my head is. I checked the hose clamp between the races, by the way, and had to tighten it up quite a bit. It loosened up.
It loosened up each lap. It gets a little looser.
Yeah. You can see where my eye line is, and then where the camera is. The camera's down 2 feet lower. So when you get to those blind hills, the camera may be able to see over them, but I can't really see over them. There was a shot of Frank behind us. You can go to AdamCarolla.com and Carcast and check this out. This is another bad shift here. Oh, you can listen. Okay, listen. That's the second to third comp
Right, I see
box
what you're saying. Because we were talking
me.
about that before, where we just need to swap that thing out. Even if it works, you're just not comfortable with it, so let's get rid of it.
Yeah, it works if you don't like third gear. Here's where I was a pussy on the track.
Just here?
Just here. A super puss here. I was slowing down a lot because, this is where the Alpha, if you look to the right about here, this is where the Alpha guy stuffed it into the wall.
Oh, okay, so we can't see this from where we were standing.
And B, I didn't know the track that well, but I thought, slow down around the part where the guy stuffed it in the wall.
Right. And where did the Cortina flip?
I don't know where the Cortina
It's probably better you don't
flipped. I try not to be one of those fucking vultures that likes to go over there and go, whoa, man, wow. How you feeling about rolling your car, man? That was a nice car.
That's shitty. I mean, I kind of want to know what happened so I can avoid it, but...
They do. It's funny. They cover the cars almost immediately like corpses.
Yeah.
Really. And they don't want... But there are fucking looky-loos who walk under the police tape and literally want to see the dead hooker. Like, they'll go, let me have a look at that.
Yeah.
When I crashed my car in Coronado, we covered it up, and there were assholes, like, posing in front of it like they killed a buffalo or something. So this is me now. Now, I'm learning the track a little bit. Oh, mischief coming up. Here we go. That was... See, the problem is that's first gear.
Yeah. It's all right. Good recovery. Good thing you're in the back.
Why is the fucking car going into... I'm not pulling it toward my fucking hip. I can guarantee you that. I don't know why the fucking
Maybe we need to get you
going
some paddle shifters.
Yeah. So this is me getting a little more comfortable on the track and going... Well, I know my car's physically faster than these guys in their older Porsches, but I just don't want to press the issue just too early and like hit somebody. Again, my biggest fear on this track is not killing myself or anyone else. It's fucking up someone else's car and having to be in the pit with them while they're going, what the fuck, man? Who's going to pay for this? Like, in the embarrassment.
Wrecking your car is one thing, but when you take somebody else out as well, then what do you do? Like,
I'm wired.
Who writes the check on that?
I am wired in such a way that I would rather wreck 3 of my cars than wreck half of someone else's car.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't want that fucking thing hanging on me where it's like, dude, what happened? You fucking rammed me. I was,
Although I'd gladly wreck your car. These Porsches that are in front of you, you see this black one running around. It's got this big Flowmaster muffler hanging off the back, and it's kind of clamped on. Both the Porsches have it, and what they do is when you go to the different tracks like Laguna Seca, there's different sound limitations.
Yeah.
So they just clamp on different mufflers.
Yeah, they have decibel.
Yeah.
They have decibel restrictions, and like Laguna Seca will have that, but it won't have it for the Monterey Historics.
Right. Now they used to use their decibel meter at a certain place on the track, and what these guys would do was, and these Porsches, you can see how it goes out to one side. they would point the exhaust to the outside, so every time they passed, they
Right.
wouldn't get. They wouldn't trigger the meter, but
Right.
now they put those sound meters all over the place. So you can't cheat.
Yeah, it's weird. I'll give you a little CSI on the decibel thing. Here's me. Now I'm 3 laps in, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, I got these 2 Porsches and this TVR up here, and I'm making more horsepower than these guys are.
Time to make your move.
I'm feeling a slightly better comfort.
Oh,
Yeah, that guy would brake hard, and those red taillights, which is really just like
I didn't even see him at
like
all.
an Asian squinting, and it's on a sea of red, by the way.
yeah.
They don't really pop that much on a brake.
I didn't even
sunny
see
day.
it at all.
No.
Oh.
All right, so this
Are you
is
passing
me.
him? Yeah.
This is me passing the Porsche guy. Every corner.
He's letting you get out of the way. He's getting out of the way.
Every
That's good.
place on this track. Well, he saw me up his ass for a little while, and probably did think I was going to hit him at a certain point. So
that guy's got no brakes. I'm getting out of the way.
you go through the S's here, but they're not really S's. You know, most of the time S's you can kind of straighten them out if you just kind of hit the apex and just, obviously you're trying to straighten out every corner, and the S's you can. This is still the part where I'm being kind of a puss because it's a real high-speed part of the track, but I'm not that sure about the traction on it.
Right,
But
and
anyway,
it's not really perfectly straight, so
everything's a little off camber.
it's high-speed area.
Here comes my Porsche guy making it. And this guy was up my ass on this part of the track because I was so slow on this part. And I would get a little loose coming out of that corner every time, and out of the hairpin, and I hated it because that's where the crowd was and that's where the cement was. I know everyone's dying for you to hit something that doesn't move. So there's me coming up on this
And if you hit
TVA.
something, it's got to be in front of the crowd. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're just really taking away a little bit from all of us.
So when I bought Cuffy Crab's 3.0 BMW, the coolest thing about those 3.0 BMWs and the 3.5 CSLs, the BMW, the lightweight BMWs is, and by the way, I did a fair amount of sawing away at the wheel on this track at certain parts. There were plenty of parts that were fairly slippery, and then maybe it was my old tires.
Yeah,
I don't know what
this
it
track
was.
12 turns? I think it's 12 turns.
It's 12 turns, and they're all a little bit off camber. And there's ones like this where it's like you run in the middle of it, and then you hit this really late apex, and then you're supposed to swing it all the way out. And I always
Good pass.
would always brake a little too late where I'm going right now.
So you passed that other car.
So I got past the TVA, and I got past the
We don't really
red,
know what it is. TVA,
I didn't know
TVR,
what TV. Oh yeah, TVR. Sorry. Let's face it, I'm getting too old, and there's way too many fucking things floating around out there. Like I got all the Kardashians in my head, and there's 400 car models as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There used to just be, hey, it's a BMW, it's an M3. That's all you really had to remember. And there's a 510, and there's an M3, and there's a couple 2002. That's about it. Now there's a fucking billion. I mean, how many? What does Cadillac have? 15 different designations. This is I've never heard of.
And they all sound the same.
Right. They all have an X,
XTS, something like that.
This is Porsche guy going in front of me because that's the super slow part of the track I'm at. Here comes a missed shift coming up. Always nice to do it in front of the crowd too.
It was. We didn't see it. It was right around the corner.
I don't know why
I heard it.
I'm not pulling it toward my fucking leg. I'm pushing it out.
Yeah.
I'm blaming that on the transmission. Anyway.
You're just getting a little too excited, you know?
Maybe.
You're shooting your wad a little too early there.
So Cuffy Crab's 3.0 BMW, with Porsche's up my ass now, comes with an exhaust pipe that just ends underneath the car. It doesn't come out to the side and do that dual thing that looks so cool on all those Batmobile cars. And I was saying, why is it stopped about 3 foot short of the rear of the car? And I was like, why would it do that? And then I realized, that's so he can run a muffler.
Yeah,
if
he probably clamps one on and changes it out.
Right.
Are we going to see that car at the Monterey this year, you think?
Yes. Yes, we
That's
will.
the plan, right? Race that one?
We will see the 3.0 BMW at Monterey.
That's going to be great to see on the track.
Car gets loose coming up. We can look forward to that.
Maybe it's the steering wheel. Maybe your hose clamp. Could be any number of things.
Now I passed the black Porsche, which is either...
It's kind of like he just gave up.
He gave up.
Reason.
Yeah, I don't know if he's vapor locked.
You know what it is? He saw you fucking getting squirrely behind him. He's like, no.
I don't need this.
Like, I paid to be here. I don't need this aggravation.
So at this point, I start to figure out the back end of the track going into the hairpin, and I start to, you'll see here,
nothing but open road.
Probably pick up my speed. Now I'm going through this thing in fourth gear instead of backing it off, I think. And I'm wondering where
That's a great shot, by the way.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm wondering where that yellow Ginetta is at this point.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, it's been a whole 5 laps and he hasn't lapped me yet.
He's passed everybody twice. And he's going on a third time before you guys ran out of laps.
I got another nice missed shift coming up here. I'm not putting. I'm
going to put an automatic in that goddamn car.
Is there any? You can see this. Is there any part of me that's putting it in the first gear? I'm going away from me with it. It's popping into the fucking first gear, and I'm paranoid now.
I'm not in your head. I don't know what's going on in there. You could have Kardashians on the brain.
The first gear move would be to pull the shift toward you. I'm pushing out. Fucking shifter. Gotta get that shifty fucking shit fixed.
What? Is it a linkage issue? Is it bushings on the shifter? Maybe you're over.
The car hasn't been driven in 10 years. I don't know. This is the blind. That's the blind one where you go over the top and your sort of suspension gets all light and all that shit. It's a fun technical track for those who like technical tracks. I like easy tracks.
But look, when you went into it, you were a little afraid of the track, and now here you are, half a dozen laps in. You would go back. Now, right? It's a good track.
I'd go back like I built the track now. That's how I'm wired.
I own this shit.
No, I completely because there's just a difference between not knowing. It's like karaoke with a learning disability, and you don't know the fucking song, and you're like, summer loving had me a blast. Like you'll feel there's no comfort level versus I know the words to this goddamn song and it's up on the screen. And you'll see now I'm tired of this Porsche guy who realizes that I'm exquisitely slow in this one part of the track because I keep passing the ghost of the Alpha that stuffed it into the tire barrier. And at a certain point, I decide...
That was kind of an easy shift.
I decide, I should...
Lollygagging.
Should speed it up a little in this section. So somewhere in this portion, I start speeding it up a little. And we'll see. I think at some point I got the Ginetta that's going to come up and lap me.
Yeah, when this yellow blur goes by.
Yeah. And to be fair... He's 10 times as fast as me. Now, where was I? But to be fair, if you start in the front and you know he's jumping on that green flag while I'm going around the hairpin.
Yeah.
And if you
start
in the back.
So he's gonna
be a half lap ahead of you when the race starts.
If anyone's gonna get past, it's gonna be you because you started at the back.
Here he comes. The Ginetta, and then at a certain point, a big flared FIA Alpha comes up behind me. It just looks like a fat chick that's going to just run past you.
This Ginetta's like, it's like the same engine, but in a car that weighs 300 pounds with the driver.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just so light, and it looks light and fast. And it's just slammed to the ground.
Not only that, but the guy's ass looks like it's lower than the actual ground.
I look, you saw him there. And he is low to the ground. When we saw him at speed on that straightaway in front of the grandstands, he's just flying by. It looks like he's going twice as fast as everybody.
It's weird for a dude like that.
Look how quickly he's getting away.
You go, that guy is so fucking fast. And then you go, all right, so he's kicking the shit out of a bunch of Datsuns and Alphas and stuff like that. And his only competition is himself and other guys that are
but
driving
it's all his
Janettas.
ego. It's like, in high school when you've got like the one guy that's mediocre on the varsity cross country team, so he runs junior varsity, so he can kick the shit out of everybody. That's this guy in the Janetta.
Wow.
It's like, I've stepped down a little bit just so I can kill everybody.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not in the same class with this dude. And, yeah, it must be fun for him to win this competition. He's got to... There's nobody that's 2 liters and under and that's built before 1966 or 1967 that's going to hang with this guy that's not some sort of FIA race car. Like that's, or some sort of like, there will be the ones with the 2 liter... There are the like miniature Can-Am cars. I'm not even sure what those are called, but they have the Cosworth 2 liters in them.
Yeah, those
and
things
they're
are badass.
Full-blown like
13,000 RPMs.
And they have like 12-inch slicks in the back and and all that stuff. Like maybe, but he's not going to race with those guys.
No.
He's racing with MGs and me, and he's going to crush us every single time. Although I think he listens to this, so you don't want to talk too much shit about the guy.
Oh yeah, that guy's a dick.
There's a part of me. There's a part of me that goes, I got to get one of those Janettas though.
Yeah. So you could be the guy out there. I don't even know too much about the Janetta. Was it a purpose-built race car, or was there a street version at some point?
No, that's the point. There had to be. It had to be homologated, and there had to be X amount of street cars. Now I'm looking at my rear, which probably means there's. I know there's a big Alpha coming up on me at some point, and I also know at some point coming up, it looks like. I was trying to let the Alpha by, but you got to understand, letting guys by is a lot like, after you at the elevator door. There's an element of you go, no, okay, we'll both go, and then you bang shoulders. There is the way you're supposed to do it. If you go to the driver's meeting, they will tell you.
There's a driver's meeting?
I'm going to send my assistant to the driver's meeting with a DAT recorder next time.
That'd be awesome. You can't send Les. He's always late anyway.
Les to driver's meeting. I'm going to send, because they say you hold your line. You drive your line. Let the guy who's passing you pass you, but you stay on the line.
Right.
There is a mischief coming up. We can look for.
Yeah, but there's still in racing like this when it's all out of pocket. Like you're on a straight, it's okay to move over a little bit and let the guy go.
Right, and that's where I'm at. I want the guy to know I see him.
Yeah. And those Porsches did to you as well. Like they saw you there. They gave you a couple laps behind them, and they kind of moved out of the way.
They're I want these guys to know I see them coming, and I do see them coming. And on the other hand, you don't want to get out of the way, because if you're getting out of the way the direction that they're going to pass you, which is off the racing line, no traction on the fucking top of this one turn, then you're going to hit somebody. But I think it's coming up. Oh, here comes Lotus R26. Yeah,
I like these
26R.
cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's not to like? And by the way,
they're cool looking. They're quick. They sound
super
good.
light.
They're getting a little pricey.
And also, think about this. Think about tires, everybody.
Yeah.
The cost of tires. The cost of transporting. You're literally towing a 1,300-pound car that you could put in almost any trailer. And if you want to drive a diesel Touareg instead of a diesel dually, didn't race the 26R, right?
Yeah.
Because you could tow it with your Touareg, no problem.
Oh yeah, those things will tow anything with 7,000 pounds. You usually tow an aluminum trailer in any one of these cars.
It's me waving past another guy, and
I
don't know what the fuck that thing was. But yeah, I'm getting a little loose again. I'm racing in the essentially B sedan group, and these guys would be in I don't know what group, but they don't.
They mix a couple groups up there.
Yeah, and what they should do is, and what they will do, I think in the future, as a matter of fact, we just got Vintage Motorsport magazine, and. Did you see the cover of the
you had it. I saw it there, and it looked like a BRE car on the front. I didn't recognize which one it was.
Tell Matt the Porcelain Punisher Fondelier to go grab that bad boy. But it basically has a headline that says, like, are we ready to start taking Japanese cars seriously, or they have in their day, or whatever it is, and that's
you just increase the value of all your cars.
Here comes a mischief coming up.
Oh, you didn't find it that time.
I didn't know, but I don't know what that was. Like that one, I didn't even know what the fuck that was.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you. Yeah.
So we got this magazine, Classic Motorsports.
Classic Motorsport. Rising Suns, it says Japanese cars. Is it time to call them classics? And they have a BRE C production Z car.
What year is that car?
On the cover. Probably 70, 71. And then
so I'm not quite classic yet.
Before the big flares and everything started kicking in.
When you get toward the end, by the way, on this the flag guy up in his booth up there, he's not using the white flag for the last lap. He leans over to he holds a finger out, and people are blowing by him at 90. He's like, I don't know what he's doing. The finger for the last lap.
It's a weird thing, and I know there's like certain. Part of what you do in the vintage racing is practical, like there's tow trucks and ambulances and fire engines and shit like that. And then the other part is tradition. And I know, like, traditionally they don't want the white flag or something. There's some tradition, but you're going down the straightaway, and you're going down the straightaway maybe 100 miles an hour or more, and there's a guy that's 25 feet above the straightaway. Not, by the way, where you're supposed to be looking. Right. And he's sitting in a little crow's nest, and he holds his index finger up in the air when it's the last lap. And you're driving a car, by the way, that has like a wink mirror hanging down in front of it.
And you can't move. You're strapped into the seat.
There's no way you can move, and you're certainly doing anything but looking up. Like, it's we got a mischief coming up.
So it's kind of every other lap.
Yeah.
Oop. It's like, I was just testing.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if it was missed or not. I probably was. Yeah, and the problem with the second gear and the third gear being the same, it fuck my... Oh, flagman holding one finger up for the last lap. There he comes. There he is in all his glory.
I don't know what that was. I couldn't see anything.
Well, that's my whole thing. Like, I'm like, why not just wave the white flag? That'll be last lap. Because you know what happens? What happens is a lot of guys don't see the guy with the one finger.
No, I could barely see him. Plus, he's dressed all white. He's standing in the stupid white booth.
Right. So the guy in front of you saw the guy with the last finger. So then you miss the checkered because the guys are racing through the checkered flag, and then you get yelled at, and what was that? And you came up on that guy and all that good shit.
So, but then there's that split second where everybody else is slowing down, you didn't see, and you start thinking, I'm doing awesome now. I'm really catching up. Then you're like, wait a minute, everybody else is slowing down.
Here comes the
Alpha.
There's the big Bertha Alpha. I love this Alpha. And this is the Alpha I saw. I was racing with this guy at Monterey, I think. It's got the flares and it's got the...
Yeah, that car's cool. He's racing with his windows up.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Supposed to be racing with the windows up?
Look at that thing.
Oh, what is...
I don't know. It's all fucking Mad Max.
Oh, that's a Super 7? No. Yeah, it is a Super 7, but it's a weird Series something Lotus Super 7. Because there's Super 7s that look like you built them with a propane torch and a shopping cart and an egg crate. And then there's ones that are like a little more defined, right? Do we think that's a Super 7?
I can't say for sure.
I'm at this point.
I thought they had a little bit more of a stand-up kind of grill, that weird.
The exhaust looked Lotus Super 70.
And that guy was running hard, but he wasn't running as hard as that Ginetta was.
I basically at this point am thinking, look, I'm sweating profusely, and haven't crashed my car yet. I've learned the track. And all I have to do is not hit this last cement barrier, and I can get out of here and see if I can figure out a way not to miss the shift. And that was me basically just going, fuck it. Here comes the checkered flag, and I was actually relieved. I was like
you made it.
Yeah, I made it. I didn't fuck the car up. I didn't make a complete ass of myself. You got to give all the corner workers the hang loose Prada Shaka Hawaiian thing. That's their thing.